Before we get started, there's something you should know about the Sherley and Clove podcast.
We like to curse.
Charcuterie.
We use words like and
Yikes. So if you don't mind your kids listening to grown folks talk, turn this shit up.
and let the show begin.
Those with ears, let them hear the testament today.
What?
It starts with four writers who had lots to say. This Fantastic Four had different views. They're the God Quad Squad who spread the good news.
Oh, gosh.
They wrote four accounts but agree as one. They're Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
Is he talking about the prophets?
The Bible, yeah. The books. This song is called What the New Testament.
He was friendly with sinners and the scum of the earth, but saw inside each one to the center of their work. He's star of the show, the man of the hour, the door, the light, the show.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did I just hear that? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
This guy's like 65.
Oh, is he
Yeah,
really?
he's a pastor.
Yeah. Trying to get to the youngins.
Evangelical Christian. You should see it, man. Like, it's a big production.
Oh,
Like the video.
wow. Church have money.
But the video looks way hyper than the song.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it's like a Mace video. Like Missy Elliott.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, maybe not like that. Like it's
Like 90s.
It's still Christianized, right? So
Yeah. They put a lot of money in this.
Yeah.
I wonder what the meeting was like. Okay, so I have this idea.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like Migos, but we're going to be talking about like Jesus top 4.
Yeah.
Is he actually talking about the top 4s?
I don't know, but he's alone throughout this whole video.
Then a call was made on Saul who had a fall and became Paul. He had no writer's script because he wrote letters for
Yeah.
us all.
Oh, I can't wait when we get to the new. It's going to be a while.
Allô, bonjour, et sac passé tout le monde, moi les Clove.
Bonjour, hi, buenos dias, and sakafet. I am Sherley. Welcome to the Sherley and Clove podcast, the personal comedy journal of an interracial couple who explores and curates the world, current events, plus shit that gets our attention from different perspectives and experiences.
And you are listening to us on a Sunday, January 2nd, 2022 at 2:45 p.m.
In the motherfucking Eastern time.
All right. That's what the New Testament meant. That's the name of the song.
Oh my God.
Oh, Christians.
Oh, Christian.
They're cute sometimes.
And your creativity.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm going to have to check out the video later.
Yeah. It's funny. It cuts to like different lighting scenarios. It's all on stage though, but it's it's pretty funny.
Hey,
What?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, baby. Woo, 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 woo.
It's 2022.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot of twos.
Yeah. 222
Mm,
equals 6.
2022.
Oh. What's a word that would describe or you think 2022 will be for you?
Mm,
One word.
One word. This is really hard. One word that would describe 2022.
No, I wish I did.
Adventurous. Adventurous.
Adventurous.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Me, I'm thinking hope.
What about you?
Hope.
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 Okay.
Why'd you chuckle?
No, I just because I said what about you after you started talking. That's all. It's okay.
I just say mine.
Yeah, gotcha. Don't wait for me.
Right? Don't wait for me. Yeah, yeah, 2022, I am being hopeful for it.
Okay.
That's the best that
Okay.
I can, you know,
Yes.
because of all these, like this whole, oh man, why didn't I pour myself
I didn't
a
mean
coffee?
to interrupt you. Go, go, go.
That coffee looks good though.
It's going to have to wait, baby.
Mm.
Go.
I'm going to have some French vanilla.
Go.
You know what we're going to do before the news? We take a break, play some music, and then it'll give me time to get myself a French vanilla coffee.
Delish.
You really had to add a little tick at the end there.
I didn't mean to, but it worked.
That was pretty good. That was so. What's the Anyway, I forgot that.
I
that
derailed
artistry.
you just by picking up that coffee pot.
Yes. I was just saying. I just look forward for. I'm being hopeful.
One word.
Hopeful.
One word.
Hope for 2022, and I'm reflecting on 2021 because I feel like it was like somewhat of a shit show, but not.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really a moment for me to like slow down.
Yeah.
Like
I think you talked about this on last show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I am hopeful for 2022.
Hopeful. Adventurous and hopeful. That's us.
Yeah. Because them numbers, wow. Do you think the kids are going to go back to school?
I hope not.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doug Ford's an idiot.
Oh, don't. Yeah.
He's just pushing for capitalism.
Oh my gosh. You were like, you know, what you said about, he's going to do shit on purpose just to try to privatize shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's like, oh, well, we tried.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Yeah. And it's,
yeah.
I hope they don't. These numbers are key. Like, was it yesterday? A couple of days ago, it was 16,000.
Mm-hmm.
Today is 18,000.
Yeah.
And like
confirmed case of COVID in our daughter's class.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Before the holidays.
It wasn't even just COVID. It was the variant. It was the Omicron.
Wild.
And so now the ICUs are like.
Doug Ford's daughter is like a huge anti-vaxxer and she's all over YouTube.
Yeah, I think her husband or her boyfriend, whatever.
He's a cop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
all kinds of
how
problems.
How long do we have with this dude?
I don't know.
When's the next election?
As long as racists keep voting for him.
Yo.
Yeah.
You know what?
What?
When I'm on Twitter, I don't know why I'm whispering this.
It's okay. It's because you're telling me a secret.
When I go on Twitter, and I see so many white people complain about Ford, I'm like, shut the fuck up.
It's like eye roll.
You more likely fucking voted for his ass.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, not him, but you know, yeah. Hopefully, the conservative in your area has some sense.
Yeah. If there's one thing we know that all the parties right now that are in some type of like power position, they all support capitalism.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Liberal and conservatives alike. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. How was what did you think of this holiday this year? I'm glad we got to actually spend some family time, like, you know, seeing my brother and Kelsey. That was really nice.
Yeah.
The dinner was amazing.
I always feel kind of bad though, because they work so hard at making the dinner and everything like that. And it's like,
I'll host
it's
next
so
year.
Good.
I know.
No, but like they're tired afterwards. You know what I mean? Like you want to hang out. You want to, I get it. Yeah, it's totally like fine. Like that's how it goes.
Yeah.
But I just wish that we could have a year where, we just order a caterer.
You know what?
You know what I mean? And just kind of chill and let them kind of breathe a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Hey, if they're listening to this, guys, we get it. You can cook. You can cook your fucking asses off. Like, it's really good. Like, all the food that they made was on point, great. Super delicious. Even the
ham,
the yams with the marshmallow. Like,
cool.
The brain doesn't make that work, but it does in your mouth. It's amazing. And they had like
Brussels sprouts. That was
everything
good.
Was so delicious.
That
everything. So we get it, guys. You can cook, but let's stop. Taking up time cooking like that.
Yeah, we should get a caterer for sure. For sure.
Yes.
Yeah. That guy that we had a caterer one time for Christmas. That was so convenient.
Yeah, we can pool our money together.
Yo, for real.
Yes.
For real.
Yes.
Have it like ordered like a month ahead.
Yeah, you know what the most time spent is putting it in the stove, waiting for it to cook, and going to pick
done.
it up. Yeah.
Yeah. Because if
But you can get it delivered too, so who knows, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, there's options. Love you guys. Your food is delicious. Thank you so much for cooking it. I feel bad that we don't get to hang out because you're so tired. I'm like, hey, let's do this. Hey, let's do that. And you can see Wilson's like,
yeah, he could even get into like gaming or anything. They worked real hard. But it was nice. It was nice to see them. It was nice to see their dog Dexter. It was nice for us to just spend time together. And now we're just retreating and, being, like inside because who knows what's out there.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, what were you going to say?
I was going to say I had a dream last night, but it changes the topic. So.
Oh, what's the dream?
Did you want to finish up?
No. Go ahead.
Okay. So it was totally weird. It was like I was in like a living room with like one of those like L sectional couches or whatever, but it was pretty big, right? And my entire like side of my dad's family was there, and I was sitting on the couch. Everybody was around me, right? And so what winded up happening is I winded up just like letting them know that I can't remember what was said, but something was said that triggered me.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool, Uncle Claude. Fuck you. Fuck you.
So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay. So, and I remember something was said
totally kidding, by the way.
That triggered me, right? And I was just like, okay, well, you guys are like outdated on that. And there's, new information that you guys probably want and stuff like that. And it just started to like, they just started clowning me. They just started like, I was just like, what the shit? What is happening right now? And then one of them said something and I was like, okay, honestly, what does that mean? Because it was just like a code word. Like, it's kind of like a private joke between them.
Yeah, because you don't see them. You don't hang around with them.
And then they started like waving their arms around like it was like some kind of sign language. You know what I mean? And I was like, wait, you know what I mean? And I'm like, and then once I was convinced that they were talking to each other, like, and it wasn't even like, a good looking sign language. It was like, what is this? You know what I mean? It was like Ross and Rachel from Friends when they did that thing. It was shit like that. And I was like, oh, okay, I see what's happening right here. And it totally like, I felt like I had the same kind of feeling, like, when you're in high school and that kind of shit
feel like a total outsider.
Right. So I was like, oh man. I was like, okay, all right. So then I looked at one of my aunts, because I could see that she was about to use her hands to communicate as well. And I looked at her and I said, I'm really interested to see how you react right now. Do you know what I mean? And then she said to me, I thought you were going to come straight with this. There's something along those lines. And I was like, wait a minute. Y'all are getting ready to do hand signals in front of me to communicate, and I should be straight? Like, this is wild. Wild. Yeah.
That's
Then I woke up.
I thought, what did she say? I thought what?
I thought you'd be straight about this.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Do you think your subconscious is telling you something?
I absolutely do. I think it's just reminding me. It's just like, no, dude.
Like, you don't belong.
Just chill, yeah.
Just because we're blood, it doesn't mean necessarily that.
Yeah, no contact is a good idea.
Oh, I love what Billy Porter said. Sometimes you have blood family that just does not have the tools that works with who you are.
Yeah, and they're happy
to understand you.
Yeah, and they're happy with the little group they have.
They have clearly no loss about not knowing you.
Yeah,
like,
it's no big deal.
If they really wanted to make the effort to get to know you, they would really make the effort to get to know you.
And
just like your adopted sister, they really but she's the one who made the steps to get to know them, and now she's on the in. But they didn't make the effort to go and look for her.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, you're better off.
Yeah, but I remember waking up, and when I woke up, I was like, I should have said this. You know what I mean? Like the way that you walk away from stuff, and I was like, how do I get in that headspace when I was in my own dream?
Whoa.
Do you know what I mean? And so I had the language as soon as I woke up, the same way you have the language, like sometimes when you disengage a conflict, right? Yeah, it was like I was like disappointed in myself because I didn't say something, I didn't say what I wanted to say or what I could have said. It's just like,
do you ever have do you ever miss them? Do you ever have this sense of longing for them? Or does it come in and out?
A little bit. But then what happens is like all that other baggage kind of like
it's just so
shows
heavy.
up again. Yeah. So it's kind of like, oh yeah, it would be cool if, I knew them more, or, I was like, didn't feel like such an outsider and stuff. But then I remember like, but they're really like racist sometimes, like casually, you know what I mean? And so, yeah.
Well, it's not just the racist there, and again, it's like that whole tool thing. You want to have a look every time you've been around them,
Mm-hmm.
your mindset goes
Mm-hmm.
to I have unresolved things with y'all, and I can't pretend that these things didn't happen in order to have some form of, you know, friendship or relationship with you.
Mm.
It's just your
Well,
nature.
yeah,
You
I know what's unresolved. It's just not a conversation they're ready to have.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And but your mind, it's just you get triggered being around them in terms of like you can't your mind just can't sit there idle and pretend like, oh,
Yeah.
let's forget all all the
Yeah.
bullshit that I went through, the
Yeah.
fact that y'all weren't there when I was, you know, most needed. Like you do exude an energy of
Mhm.
I need answers before we like get to, you know, a level of adult to adult type of thing. And I think you do it's like it's all over you. And I think that they see that and I think they feel that and so they don't make the effort either to reach out to you because they're
Well,
not ready to have that kind of
and they're
information.
happy with where they're at. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're very like, hey, let's just move on, and not everyone's like that. Some people
Yeah.
like, no, I cannot move on until you answer a few questions or we have this conversation.
It's not about
or-
certain people. It's just about what, you know, is left on the table.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like it's like you either ignore what's on the table or you don't.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, it's yeah. You know, I was talking to a friend about that, about related to you, and
Mm.
I was like, you know, sometimes it's just you know, I was raised family's family, no matter what,
Mhm.
no matter what.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
Fast and Furious, no matter
same.
what. But
that can be abused by toxic people.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I get
So
really
when you're like saying like you can't speak against the family to the point where it's like when sexual assault has happened,
yeah,
come on.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's a
And
toxic way to apply that. Yes, and
as
neglect.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's there's so many people who
Yeah. Let's not
yeah.
talk about like any past toxicity or any, you know, biases or anything. Like let's just ignore it.
Yeah, and
Like
it's
what's the point of having a relationship if it just doesn't make sense to my brain.
it's interesting because it's like that's why things like the holidays can be very tough for some people.
Absolutely. Because
You
everybody's
know,
got racist like aunts and uncles that like
it's not just the racist, it's all of it. It's
Right.
just all the different types of toxicity.
Exactly. I
right?
mean, what it is, it's like you're being asked to silence how you truly think and feel
Yeah.
for the sake of the group.
Yeah.
Like that's
And it's
weird.
like, and it's like the holidays, like, you know, just before Christmas, around Christmas, or even now, now that it's the new year, you get a lot of these, like you see it on social, right? Like people are like, hey, and especially with going through a pandemic, where people are like, you know, uh, don't live in regret. Get close to your family. Get close to
Right.
your mother or your father,
Right.
because I've lost mine, and you just never know. And
Mhm.
it's like, when I see those, I'm like, that's you, and that's fine. But for some
Yeah.
people, just you putting that out there is a trigger.
Yeah.
It's
Some
like, oh
people,
no,
yeah.
bitch, I don't want anything to do with
Yeah.
my family
Yeah.
or my mom or my dad, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like for them, it's like, no, I'm better off like this than being close, you know? Because like
No
what's
contact is a really healthy choice for a lot of people.
true.
Yeah.
True. And so I feel it for them. Like I know like Mother's Day is a trigger, not a bit. It is a trigger for me.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
tough. So I can't even if I feel that way for one holiday, which is Mother's Day, I can't even imagine like, you know, the winter holidays where it's like a whole week
Mhm.
almost of
Mhm.
just people coming together and family. And for some, it's like, I don't want anything to do with that, you know?
Mhm.
It's tough. It's tough for some people. And I hope that people find their own families. It doesn't have to be blood, you know, like
And I hope that families understand that every family member is different and every family member needs to understand dynamics.
mhm.
You know what I mean? And not just ignore it and
Yeah.
try and achieve a goal or an image that, you know, doesn't fuck with the overall family dynamic. I don't know.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe therapy can help
I've been
answer these
disconnected.
questions.
Well, yeah, I mean, every time I've gone to therapy or I've done therapy, it's always been helpful. But like, I can't remember what I was gonna say. It's the
Dynamics, family, don't know.
yeah. Anyway, I'll probably remember later.
Okay. Well, it kind of segues with like this. There's this article, 100 ways to slightly improve your life without really trying. I'm gonna mention all 100 of them right now. No, I'm kidding.
Let me get a pillow.
I think I'll mention like 3 throughout the season. So here's the first: exercise on Monday nights. Nothing fun happens on the Monday night. That's a good point.
Make your Mondays worse
and exhausted. If you're
get Monday over with.
Yeah. If you're on the fence about a purchase, wait 72 hours before you buy it.
That's not happening.
Really?
Yeah. It's not happening.
I give myself 24 hours. 72 hours is a lot.
What if it's a sale?
Yeah.
You miss out.
That's true. Here's the
But I get the idea.
Yeah.
It's like to avoid impulse buying. I get it.
Yeah. I was talking about that. The girls were asking like, hey, can we go to a bank and open a bank account and stuff like that? I was like, why?
Yes.
So we did. And now they want to get things online. That's why. Right. So
Robux. Yeah.
Whatever.
Got it.
Etsy stuff. Well, actually not Etsy. They're like, no, Etsy's expensive.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah, that's
Gotcha.
Yeah. And the third is the quickest supermarket queue is always behind the fullest trolley. Greetings, paying, and packing take longer than you think. I don't agree with that.
Greetings, paying, and packing take longer than you think. So they're counting that into the amount of. Okay.
The fullest
I don't agree
trolley?
with that either.
I don't agree with that.
So they're saying one person with a full cart is quicker to go through than like 4 people who've got like a couple of. Right? Is that what it's saying?
I think.
Yeah.
And I don't agree.
I don't agree either.
When I go to Costco, I make sure I look for people who have less and predominantly men.
Fuck your list.
Yeah.
Bing bong.
So if I look first for the line that has the most men. And that one really goes fast.
Really?
Oh, yeah. They don't talk.
Really?
Yeah. They don't pick up that much.
Huh.
That's my strategy. You're welcome.
Right.
Notice.
You look for the strategically incompetent people.
I look for the line where somebody sent them there. It's not, you could tell it wasn't their choice.
They're on an errand.
They got a stand when they're like, oh.
Yeah.
You know
I guess it's my turn.
Yeah. They got the phone on the ready. Right. That's the line that I go to. Yeah. Let's take a break. I'm going to make myself a quick coffee and then we'll get to the news.
Sure.
Who's that?
I don't know. It's a playlist on Spotify called Bad Bitch Energy.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. We'll be sharing that in the show notes.
Sure.
Bad Bitch Energy.
That's correct.
In the news.
But wait.
What?
We have a word.
Oh, shit. I forgot about the word.
It's okay. You're excited about the news. That means I'm excited about the news.
Okay.
Okay. The word you're looking for is lugubrious.
Whoa.
Lugubrious.
Lugubrious.
When attending a funeral, you can expect to see many lugubrious faces and body language.
Sad, melancholy, and like Haitians, a bunch of tantrums. Sad tantrums, rolling on the floor, screaming, oh my!
Okay.
And speaking in tongues.
Okay.
It's a whole production.
The whole thing.
A whole drama.
Yeah.
During a funeral. Yeah.
Okay.
Haitian funerals is entertainment.
Okay.
And it's scary.
Uh-huh.
Okay, right. Let's
sad
focus.
Too.
And sad.
Yes.
And confusing. It's scary, sad, and
many
confusing.
Feelings.
Yeah.
I got you.
It's like, I know you're hurting.
It's a lot to take in.
But
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Can we focus on the person who transitioned here?
It's like in the Bible when they rip their clothes off, right? They're just like, oh, it's like,
Haitian
it's a thing.
Funerals are at the brink of I think some
I'm sure some
may have ripped
Yeah.
their clothes off.
Yeah.
Yeah, like skirts coming off,
Oh,
pants is going
oh my
down,
God. Hair.
pulling hair, maybe. Yeah,
Hats.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's what? Lugubrious.
Lugubrious.
Okay, give me another.
The next clue is seeing my children grow up makes me feel content and lugubrious at the same time.
Yeah, yeah, I know that. Yeah, it's sad. It's like a double-edged sword. It's like you're so happy that they grow up, but then you're like sad because they don't need you as much.
I like the way you're shaping it, but I need a final answer.
I say it's sad.
Good job, honey.
Yes.
So the first meaning is looking or sounding sad and dismal.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one is excessively mournful.
Oh.
So you nailed it.
Oh.
Nailed this word. Nice.
Lugubrious.
Very cool. Okay. How do you spell it?
Lugubrious. Can you say it slowly?
Lugubrious.
Lugubrious. I was gonna think like goop, but then I'm like legume, lugubrious, like legume, and then boisterous.
You mean like a vegetable?
Your voice, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, you're a vegetable. You're like you're in fear mode. You're like not moving,
Right.
but you're like about at the same time. Lugubrious. Lugubrious. Definitely birous at the end, but okay, I'm gonna go L. Say it slowly.
Lugubrious.
Why am I thinking legume?
I don't know, because it sounds like legume.
L.
But a lot of words sound the same.
I'm just
Wink,
trying
wink.
to think another word that lugubrious. Lugubrious.
Lugubrious.
Lugubrious. Trying to spell.
Fabulous. Lugubrious.
Okay. L. What's another ubious sound? Okay, L. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it.
Go for it.
Okay, I don't think it's legume because I'm leg. Okay, leg. So it's not lugubrious. So it's not leg because lugubrious. Okay, Lululemon. Okay, LUGUBRIOUS. Yeah!
You got it.
I just remember leg.
Wow. This is why I love you. This is literally why I love you.
In the news.
News. I like the news. What is in the news? Yay, the news is not bad.
So there are some new laws that are coming in 2022 in Canada, thanks to my source by Policies Editorial Standards.
Gotcha.
So the new rules are, I'm not going to go all the fucking provinces, but I'm just going to focus on the nation, Canada, Ontario, and Quebec. Because you always
there's a
got to
difference,
fucking
yes.
look at Quebec.
Yes, because they're anti-Anglo. Got it.
Right. So what is it?
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. How come? Because you're doing it.
So nationwide, there's a new law that will make conversion therapy a practice that seeks to change someone's sexual orientation. If you don't know,
I'm familiar with it,
but
and
some
the dangers.
Yes, some don't know. So in case you don't know, yes, it's a practice that seeks to change someone's sexual orientation
It's
to
torture.
heterosexual.
It's literally torture.
And their gender identity to cisgender. And so now it's punishable by up to 5 years in prison.
Okay.
So that is the new law. So if anyone or any space or any place does any form of conversion therapy and I
don't think that's enough, but okay.
They get found out, yes, they can go to prison, to jail for up to 5 years. Anyone found to be promoting advertising or profiting from providing the practice could face up to 2 years in jail.
Okay. So what my prediction is they're gonna rebrand it.
For sure.
They're gonna call it something different.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Another federal one is a ban on single-use plastics.
Single-use plastics like straws, forks and knives.
Yes, plates.
Okay,
Yep,
gotcha.
yep.
Red cups. No more red cups. No more red cups.
But it's
They're taking our freedoms. They're coming for our cups, Shirley.
But it's a staple in the culture of humanity.
They'll just be paper, and they'll just be red in paper.
But is it going to be the same though?
Probably not.
I mean, you know,
but our planet needs it.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe we can make,
because paper straws are garbage. I hate them.
I hate them too, but I always try to remind myself that it's for the planet Earth.
Yeah, I that's why I gotta find my glass straw, and I think the girls already use metal straws.
Why don't I just start carrying freaking metal straws around me?
There
you know what? I'm gonna have it in the car. I'll have one in the car, one in my backpack, one in my purse, and one in a pocket.
Mm-hmm. And one in your cleavage, so you can look real cool. Like, I got this.
Yes.
Just pull it out. It's all warm.
Yes. I like that. Well, that's big boob privilege that I can do.
Mm-hmm.
What if you don't
lean into it, baby?
Yeah.
Literally.
Don't put ideas in my head because I will do it. Okay. I will start carrying.
It's too late. The idea's in your head now. What are you gonna do?
Especially in the summertime. I know those paper straws. I can't. It's like,
you know, from
so frustrating.
Yeah.
There's something about sipping it. Yeah. I don't feel like it's sliding quite right in my mouth.
Yeah, because it like it what it does is it takes the drink that like if it's a soft drink,
yes,
it makes it like really fizz in the straw.
It takes the fizz away.
Yeah, exactly.
But if it's water or
it's
juice,
a fizz robber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fizz robber. Yeah. Robber. Yeah.
It changes the drink fundamentally by the time it exits the straw. It's like, what is this?
Yeah. I feel like the
drink is a lie.
It turns the drink into a lie.
Right.
I feel like
it wasn't well thought out at all. Like, can you coat it in wax? Can you coat it in wax?
No, because then you can't. I don't think wax is not recyclable.
Are you for real?
Yes.
Okay, well then never mind.
That's why you got to throw out those cups like from like those fast food because there's the wax inside. You think some of them some of them are recyclable, and some, if you're like, why is it not recyclable? Because there's the wax inside.
So are we gonna get like bags of drinks from are we gonna get juice boxes?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see how this affects fast food places.
But to get back to the paper straw, let me just say something here. Okay,
it's a whole thing.
It feels too, whether it's I'm drinking water or juice.
Yeah.
Let's not, with the pop thing.
And
you shouldn't be drinking pop in the first place.
Don't get me started with the way it sticks on your lips like that.
But also I feel like the rubbing of the liquid going through the paper, I feel like it minimizes the cold for it, number one.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's like going through is changing somehow the temperature of it.
Right. So you're waiting for this like refreshing soft drink, but you get like this warm, like non-fizz sugar water. It's like, God damn it.
It absolutely changes things. Yeah.
Fundamentally.
Yeah. So yeah. Carrying a straw. So silver straw.
They probably have like
steel straw, I mean.
They probably have tons of like plastic straws in stockpile. And they just like started putting these terrible straws. So then the outcry would be like, I want my straws back.
I'm going to check if there's a Kickstarter for a straw. Like,
just metal and
somebody
glass.
Making like a bamboo straw? Because I heard bamboo straws are pretty good.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like it doesn't do what paper straw does. And I don't know. I'll have to check. But yeah.
There's alternatives. It's just a pain in the ass.
You know why it's a pain in the ass?
Paper straws are terrible.
I feel like, what does that sound?
I think it's Tetsi outside.
Is that Lenny? Is not Lenny trying to get back in here? Oh, it is. It's her shoveling the snow outside.
That's so loud. Anyways, go ahead.
I was like, Lenny?
Yeah, we're going to have to put up with it.
Yeah, it's outside.
You want to give it a minute?
Yeah, no, it's fine. I've moved on. No, I haven't.
Paper straws.
Paper straws. Okay, now I've moved on. Paper straws. So this ban it has been delayed. It was supposed to start January 1st,
Uh-huh.
but somehow it's been delayed to sometime in 2022. Which, yeah.
It's like every time you talk.
So we were right. Like when we
Yeah.
mentioned single-use plastic items, checkout bags, cutlery, and straws. Yeah.
So checkout bags are going to be like all paper, like back to paper now, or
I don't know, but
I
why
guess
did
we'll
we
see.
change? Oh, because the paper would like break.
only if you don't know how to use it.
But not only that, though, there's no excuse. Like, you just bring a reusable grocery bag. Like, I have to, like, for me, especially, I drive. Like, come on.
I think the problem is because a lot of these single-use plastics are free.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it makes it difficult for people who, need those free tools.
Yeah, and some of them use it for garbage. I know we do.
Yeah.
Right? So,
yeah, but that's us.
Then that's not
us.
good.
Well, that's us like recycling, right?
No, it's not. We're being wasteful because
Okay.
it goes, if we use it for garbage, it goes to garbage waste and then goes landfill. Yeah. Speaking of landfill, there's a Kickstarter. Maybe I'll find the name tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
I think it's called it starts with an L, like Loom or Loon or something like that.
Lugubrious.
Sure. And it's a machine that composts. You could put plastic, food, plastic bags, and it composts it. There's a technology in there that it turns it into dirt. Because compost usually it's like just food or wood.
Sure.
Like organic things, right?
Yeah.
But this you could throw they put in a phone case, an old broken phone case, and it'll break it down to dirt.
Okay.
And it minimizes garbage. And I'm really thinking of getting this. I don't know if there's still Kickstarter for it, but
guess we'll see.
Anyway, back to the news.
All right.
We got sidetracked.
It's fun.
Ontario, their new law is minimum wage is increasing to $15 an hour as of yesterday, as of January 1st. Hey, did we say the motherfucking Eastern time? We didn't say the date.
Yeah.
Okay, because I remember saying motherfucking Eastern time. Anyway, which critics have said it's still not enough to earn a living in this province. Absolutely agree. Fucking cost of living in this province is a lot.
Yeah.
$15 ain't shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rent hikes.
$15 an hour is catching up with what I guess the norm would be, but we have this abnormal housing crisis. You know what I mean?
Especially in Toronto.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vancouver.
Yeah.
And I think Montreal is about to go up, or it's already starting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a whole story about that, but we'll talk about that on the next episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look forward to it.
Rent hikes are back. It's slated to end as of yesterday, January 1st. The provincial government has set an increased guideline to 1.2% for 2022.
1.2%. Okay.
Well,
okay.
Because of the pandemic,
they're allowed to increase the rent.
Well, last year, since 2020 until now, 2020 and 2021, there was no rent hikes.
Right.
But now it's official. It's going to go. Yeah. But you can't do more than 1.2. So, yeah.
Okay.
We shall see.
Yeah. So
what?
So they bring up minimum wage and they allow landlords to jack up their rent.
Right.
The fuck?
I know.
How are people going to catch up? They're not. They're not. And it's by design.
Yeah. Yeah. And they'll ease at the gas pump. Doug Ford has promised a cut to the gas tax of up to 6 cents per liter that will be delivered by March 31st.
Wow.
It's expensive to drive.
I'm so unimpressed.
When I drove from... Hey!
Hello, Tati.
Fait froid? Fait froid? When I drove from Minneapolis back or whichever, gas prices was phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Okay.
I think back then, that was 4 years ago, what usually would cost to fill up the Mazda at the time was $55-$60. It was almost half to fill it up in the States.
Yeah.
It was great.
Okay.
In Quebec, their new law, they're doing changes to the curriculum, which will begin in 2022. The classes will focus on cultural citizenship and dialogue and critical thinking. The program will be under a pilot program this year before being taught province-wide in 2023. It's called Culture and Citizenship in Quebec, and it will be taught in English and French, which will replace, just give me a minute, what was taught before. What it was called was, so they're teaching culture and citizenship in Quebec instead of ethics and religious culture program.
So they just renamed it.
Well, no, basically they're removing the religious part and adding critical thinking.
Okay.
And culture.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's a
And
rebranding.
dialogue, yeah.
Okay. So they're shifting away from like normalizing religion.
Yeah. Remember when our kids went and they said to us, like, when we moved here, we, I can't remember. I think they were in elementary school. I think it was like the second year that we were here. And they said, I'm glad we don't have to learn like this. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Can you lower your mic a little bit?
Lower?
Yeah.
And they were talking about how like they're learning religious things. And I was like, you go to a public school. Yeah. How are you learning this?
Yeah, they were being told the story of Noah's Ark in history class.
Yeah. I think that's the reason why that they've changed the curriculum, because so many people.
Because if you have a religious bias, you get to talk about your religion.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's so many parents was like, what the fuck is like, what is this? Right.
Yeah.
They're public school. I don't understand. It's not like it's one thing when you put your kid in a Catholic school or Christian school. Okay. I get that. So yeah.
Yeah. Secular education needs to be void of that. Yeah. Unless they teach them all equally. Unless they teach about all the religions.
Sure. Right. Yeah. If you're going to do ethics, what do they call it? Ethics.
Talk about how Judaism, Islam, and Christianity are like the same fucking thing.
Right.
Talk about that.
Why are you focusing just on
all
Christianity?
Yeah.
In other news, Capitol rioters are in tears. They're remorseful. And judges are hearing tearful expression of remorse and excuses from rioters. 71 people have been sentenced for riot-related crimes so far. Many rioters have said they lost their jobs and friends. Justice Department has taken heat from not coming down harder on some of the rioters.
So you're involved in a white supremacy riot, and now you're caught, and now you're sad. Get out of here. All the way the fuck out of here.
More than 220 people have been charged with assaulting or impeding law enforcement officers. A Capitol rioter who attacked police officers has been sentenced to more than 5 years. Robert Palmer, who's 54 of Largo, Florida, wept as he told the judge he was ashamed. He is one of several people sentenced Friday for their actions on January 6th. Ashley Courtwright, who's 23 of Hurricane, West Virginia, sobbed, and she was sentenced to 63 months in prison for rioting at the Capitol. She said, "I will never be the same girl again," she told the federal judge during her sentence hearing. She was like, I don't know what happened. Like, there was some moments where she's like, I have no idea what happened. I was there.
The devil made me do it.
It's like, really?
Yeah.
Really, bitch?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The Justice Department's investigation of the riot has now entered the punishment phase. So that includes some of the people that were there included people like who are company CEOs, an architect.
Well, yeah, you got to think about people going there have to afford to be able to go there. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't surprise me that these people are business owners. These people are like doctors or, you know what I mean? Like that kind of shit.
Yeah. Either they can afford it or they had time. because
Both.
some of them's like, again, CEO, architect, a retired Air Force
I don't know what happened, but meanwhile, do you know how much organizing it takes for you to get from one state to another?
right.
Via airplane,
Yeah.
via like making sure you link up with people at the right time.
Yeah.
All of that stuff
Yeah.
is not like, whoops,
Yeah.
I tripped into a riot.
Yeah.
No.
Whoops, I tripped into a riot.
You're an
That's
active participant. You can save the tears because everybody knows you're a white supremacist.
Yeah. There was a gym owner, a former Houston police officer, a University of Kentucky student. Many rioters have said they lost. Oh, I mentioned that. They lost their jobs. Defendants' excuses often implode in their face of overwhelming evidence.
What do you think is going to happen when you're seen as like a terrorist? What's going to happen with your life in terms of like
is that even
being able to share space with
like,
people?
Oh, terrorists act like this person is charged
if they get charged with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But all their names are public record now.
Oh, they tried all sorts of like saying, I have no idea what I did, like what happened. I just came to like because
that's what they're used to doing.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Sorry about the racism.
Yeah. Judge, no one was swept away to the Capitol. No one was carried. Oh, yeah. They try to say they were swept in or they were carried in or like. Oh, wow.
Did you try to leave? I couldn't. Fuck out of here.
Who's pushed in? Yeah. Tanya Chutkin, who is nominated by President Obama to oversee the civil rights cases. One defendant bragged about her participation in the January 6th riot.
They're all bragging on social media.
Yeah. Another said she didn't think it was an insurrection.
What, she think it was a party? She think it was like a fucking tailgate party?
Oh my God. That same 23-year-old Ashley, she said not only like she had no idea, like it's just, I don't know what happened. Oh shit, what was I? She was like, I was just against the idea of Joe Biden and she didn't vote. I'm
gonna jump out a window.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm gonna it made me think how many of them didn't even vote.
Yeah.
You didn't even vote for the guy you wanted? Really? Was that even worth it? Yeah. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
You were what?
She voted.
No,
she voted for Trump.
No, she did not vote.
Can they prove that?
Maybe they have.
I don't know.
But they put that in the article that she did not vote. So I think that's part of it. Like,
yeah,
if I was a lawyer,
yeah,
and I'm trying to put these people to like, look, they are guilty.
Yeah,
I would investigate to say, that would be my start. Let's first find out.
Yeah,
if they even voted.
They all thought they ate. They all did.
Yeah.
Assholes.
Yeah. Where they go? Oh, dozens of people are charged with conspiring to carry out coordinated attacks on the Capitol. Judge Trevor McFadden, it's almost unheard of for first-time offenders to get jail time for non-violent misdemeanors.
Misdemeanors?
That's a misdemeanor. Misdemeanors, yes.
That's a misdemeanor?
Yeah.
Terrorism is a misdemeanor.
For some. Yeah. Yeah. The one
right.
So it seems like the people who got it more
are the ones that they couldn't like.
The ones who actually attacked officers.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That they have proof. They have it on video or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Most out of those 220 cases, I'd say more than half, about 60% from the article, from what I remember top of my head, are going to have like 6 months jail or 6 months probation or something like that.
Not too long ago, there's a bunch of white supremacists who showed up at the Capitol building with shields. Like,
wow.
Yeah. They don't have a racism problem. They don't have a white supremacy problem. Of course they do.
That's it for the news, man.
Wow.
Bible scriptures 90210.
Thanks for all that, sweetie.
You're welcome.
The world is burning.
Ew.
All right, it's time for Bible Scriptures 90210. I hope you have your Bible apps ready. This is the part of the Sherley and Clove podcast where I share with the love of my life, Sherley, and you, the listener, what I've read in the Bible so far and parody it by trying to make it sound all edgy and shit.
Yeah.
So last time, we heard about David trying to come up with some last words. We also heard about a list of people who he thought was really cool. The players tonight are the King David himself, David's seer Gad, or Gad, G-A-D, and a wheat farmer named Arna.
I don't know.
I love it. So we're getting into the second book of Samuel, chapter 24, and I call this one Raised by Wolves.
Oh, okay.
All right. So we fade from black, and we open on David, who is just finishing up a conversation with God. And since God's relationship with the Israelites is complicated, he's now mad at them again for some reason, and is all like,
"Who's mad? God, Jody?"
Yeah, God is mad at the Israelites again.
Oh.
Yeah, he's just mad. You know what I mean? And he just tells David, "Just go and do a goddamn census already, David."
But isn't David trying to retire?
Yeah, he's trying to
live his life.
Yeah, they keep pulling him back in.
Yeah.
So David goes to speak to his army commander, Joab, and is all like, "It's not me, bro. It's
the God.
It's you know who. We need you to go and see who is able to fight in our armies in both Israel and Judah." So Joab looks puzzled and is all like, "Wait, what? Why now? I don't get it." So David was all like, "Me neither. It's not my fault God is only speaking to me. Now just go do it."
Mm-hmm.
Cut to 9 months and 20 days later. Joab comes back from visiting a bunch of cities in Israel and Judah and is all like, "Damn, David, this better be worth it."
David.
Dang, David. We have 800,000 Israelite people who can fight in the army and another 500,000 from Judah. So that's like 1.3 million soldiers.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of soldiers.
That for them on their side?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a lot.
So now, for some reason, David starts feeling really bad about doing this census and is all like, "Oh my God, I think counting all these people was a huge mistake." So before going to bed that night, David prays to God and is all like, "Hey, God, you would tell me if I did something wrong, right? I think I might have messed up. And I need you to help me feel better about it." And then David fell asleep. The next morning, and David is woken up by someone knocking at his front door. When David opens his front door, he recognizes the person knocking as his seer, who is a guy named Gad, G-A-D. Gad looks thrilled and is all like, "David, guess what? God came to see me last night and told me to tell you that he's got 3 options to punish you with."
What?
Yeah.
Punish?
Yeah. 1, 3 years of famine. 2, 3 months of being chased by your enemies. 3 years or 3 days of plague.
Let's do the plague. That's short. Oh, but then that could be long term.
So this made David really worried.
I would go for the plague.
Okay. And he was all like,
things can grow again. Sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. Don't apologize. So this made David really worried. And he was all like, "I don't know what to do here. I have to choose. I'd rather die from God's hands than human hands. So I'll pick door number 3.
Which is the plague?
Yeah.
Good choice.
Right away, this angel comes down from the sky and starts killing a bunch of people by giving them this plague.
Huh?
Yeah. The death toll on this plague so far was 70,000 people.
Woo.
Yeah. So once the angel started to take aim at the people in Jerusalem, God stepped in.
Not good choice.
And was all like, "Whoa, hold on, angel, not Jerusalem."
Oh.
And this caused the angel to fall onto the threshing floor that belonged to a person named Araunah. When David could see all the bodies piling up from the angel giving everyone the plague, he cried out to God and was all like, "I am the shepherd you want, God, not those sheep. They haven't done anything wrong. Let your punishment fall on the house of David only."
House of David. I
And then
love
David cries himself to sleep. The next morning, Gad goes to see David again and is all like, bro.
it. If I would see Gad
Yeah, I'd be
coming
like, no.
to my place, I'm like, no,
Yeah,
no,
I'm not
get
home.
away, get
I'm not
away. I don't
home.
want to hear anything from you. Yeah. You see that guy, Gad? Don't answer.
Yeah,
the
he's
door.
bad news.
Yeah.
So Gad is all like, bro, you need to build an altar for God at the same spot where that angel landed.
Okay.
So David went to the threshing floor where the angel had landed. And when Arona spotted David, he was a little caught off guard and was all like, oh, hey, David, wow, imagine seeing you here. Is there something I can help you with? David puts on a big smile and is all like, yeah, dude, I'm here to buy your threshing floor. I need to build an altar so God can quit sending his angel to give everyone the plague.
I got 2 more days.
So
2 more days, bro.
let's go. Let's do this.
There is.
So Arana's eyes lit up and was all like, shit, say less. Take whatever you need. Oh, and I got some oxens for the burnt offerings and a bunch of other shit you can use if you need it.
Yes.
I'm getting excited, David. I think this is going to work. David seemed grateful, but was all like, that's really kind of you, dude, but I insist paying top dollar for everything. We don't want the big guy thinking we offered him the cheap stuff.
Yeah,
right?
we're about quality, not
correct.
quality.
Right.
Only the best.
What?
Simply the best.
Dun, dun, dun.
For God's altar.
And once the altar was built and the burnt offerings were all done, God stopped the plague.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Good. This is the reason why David's a leader.
Yeah. So some biblical scholars believe that Arona may have simply been the Jebusite king of Jerusalem at the time. In Hurrian and other Near Eastern languages, the word Arona is not a personal name, but a title meaning the Lord.
Oh.
In some Bibles, Arona is referred to as a king. Next time we'll start digging into the first book of Kings, which has 22 chapters. We're done with the book of Samuel, second book.
Pass the plate and donate. Pass the plate and donate. Pass the plate and donate. Pass the plate, you gotta donate. Well, we learn about the second book of Samuel. Chapter 24. David wanted to know who to fight, and God sent him the message. He didn't listen. God told him he's on timeout. So then he had to build an altar, and then that worked out. Good for him. Pass the plate and donate. Pass the plate and donate. Pass the plate and donate. Pass the plate, you gotta donate. Well, go to chonillanetwork.com, and when you get to the website at the top right corner, click on the donate button. Your donations helps us to keep going, to keep doing what we do, to help support not just our show, the network, such as great shows like Interracial John, Creative to Creative, Uncolonized, so much more.
All the greatness. Yeah. That's good. I hope you like the story.
I did. So that's it for
Second book of Samuel. The book of Samuel, first and second book, we are done.
we're on the Book of Kings.
Yeah.
Wow.
So who knows? Who knows what's coming up?
Is there going to be more David stories?
From what I understand, the book of Kings is just kind of like saying who's been in charge of Israel for generations.
So it's going to be going through like
I think so.
The Book of King is
I
a
think so.
montage of kings.
Could be. I'm not exactly sure. I can't wait to get into it. I'm going to do some research on the entire book,
Mhm.
and I'll give that information on the next show.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Well, before we go, you want to hear a joke?
I absolutely do.
What can travel around the world while staying in a corner? It's
What
more
can
like a riddle than a
travel
joke.
around the world.
It's a riddle more than anything.
What can travel around the world
While staying in the corner.
while staying in the corner? I don't know.
It's a stamp.
A stamp.
Mm.
Got it. The corner of an envelope. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I thought the corner of a room. I was like, what? This makes no sense.
That's it again for the show. Sign up to find out when we go live. You could do this by joining the network. Sorry, not the network, the show's group. If you look on Facebook, Sherley and Clove podcast, you can find the group there or the page. We post on both those spaces on Facebook to let you know when we go live, or follow us on Twitter. That's TSAC podcast. That's the Sherley and Clove podcast, TSAC podcast on Twitter to find out when we go live. Or again, when you visit chonilanetwork.com, you scroll down to the bottom, sign up to our newsletter to find out when we go live. For show links, images, songs, video clips that we played on the episode. This is the new year, so I'll be sharing them all in the Facebook group. So facebook.com/groups/TSACP, which stands for the Sherley and Clove podcast, TSACP. If you've learned anything, have a feedback or question about the episode or about any of the episodes, write it as a 5-star review. Don't just pick 5 stars. Write a review, put it in the review section, and we'll read it on the show. You can also leave a voicemail. Those are fun, and best ones will be, anyone that gets our attention will be played. If you go to speakpipe.com/TSACP, that's the Sherley and Clove podcast. I'm trying to think, what's the codes again? Tango, Sierra, Alpha, Charlie, Papa.
You got it. Nailed it. So
speakpipe.com/TSACP. I want to make sure that I
and if you want to interact with us while we're recording live, you can just go to our Spreaker channel.
Yeah, you go on Spreaker, or we're going live on YouTube. You can check us out on YouTube as well. Oh, and the SpeakPipe address is actually SpeakPipe, like speak and then pipe.com/TSAC podcast, actually.
Okay.
And what else? Oh, email us, tsacpodcast@gmail.com. Again, that's tsacpodcast@gmail.com.
All right. You want to hear the quote?
Yes.
Why do people say grow some balls? Balls are weak and sensitive. If you want to be tough, grow a vagina. Those things can take a pounding.
Wow.
That was the late Betty White from her book, If You Ask Me. And of course you won't.
Wow.
Yeah.
I gotta check out.
R.I.P.
Oh, yes. R.I.P. Betty White. She was 3 weeks away until turning 100. Her birthday was coming up for January 17th, but she has transitioned on.
It's her New Year's celebration. She's like, I'm out of here, guys.
To make the heavens or universe laugh and entertain. Man, what a woman. Like, she had a show she had 3 variety shows, one was a talk mixed with music, mixed with variety. One was like variety focused. They're all the same. And she had 3 of them. And her first season was like only 16 episodes. And the reason why is because she had a dancer who was a black man on her show. He's a tap dancer. And the southern part of the country was like, she was getting death threats. They're like, like not happy. Like, what is he doing on this show? This Negro type of thing. And she was like, well, if you have a problem, then just look at another show. Like, you don't have to look at this show. Yeah. She's like, you can move on. Look at something else, right? So that caused for her first show under her name to be canceled. So, yeah. I either her first or second. One of them, it was very short-lived because of that reason. Anywho, rest in peace, Betty White.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Peace.
And a whole bunch of love.